Hi everyone, happy new week. It's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer, and today we have another candidate in the running to become a representative here in the District of Columbia as we approach the election season. And here we have Michael Triebwasser. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me on.
Of course, great to have you here, Michael. Hey, let's begin with, introducing yourself, giving a little bit of a background and why you decided to run this year.
Absolutely. So my name is Michael Triebwasser. I'm a candidate for ANC Commissioner for 5C01. Really wanted to get into the race this year for my neighborhood because I really believe in promoting and fostering a neighborhood that is inclusive for everyone. I live over it, so I'm in the Woodridge neighborhood of DC, kind of in the northeast part of it. Would love to see more fostering more connections between all of the neighbors, promoting more exciting projects that benefit the whole community, and also bring more attention just to the whole neighborhood, really, from working with other community partners to the city government. I think we are deserving and kind of need a more attention and more resources. And so, yeah, so that's why I wanted to really dive in and get into the race.
Love it, love it, love it. We love people who are, putting themselves out there to make our communities better. Tell me, what are the issues in your community that you are kind of looking forward to tackling or, getting done if elected?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of it starts off with a lot of kind of basic resources and needs. With
Yeah,
starting off with communication. I think a good sense of community starts with a good communication. So having regular meetings, having a website that I really want to see created that gives people a one-stop shop for the neighborhood for resources for if you need help, if you're looking to get involved in the neighborhood, is sort of one big thing that I really want to do and put myself out there for and kind of lead the charge on too. And I think too, like I think that there are, like I said, we're in Woodridge, we're in the northeast part of the city, and I think that there have been a lot of interesting ideas and plans for the neighborhood
mm-hmm.
that we haven't seen enacted. There's the Rhode Island Avenue Streetscape Plan that was drafted in 2014, that had a really great plan for the whole Rhode Island Avenue corridor, including my neck of the woods. That would include, like, improving the roads, the pedestrian safety, the sidewalks, but then also opportunities for art, which I would love to see.
Yes.
Part of my neighborhood has the Welcome to DC sign on this tiny little green plaza, and it has a great plan in there for something that we could really do that would be really cool. And we have art. I was approached, I was in the community, organized an event, and I got approached by someone who lives there. He's like, I'm an artist, I'm a sculptor, I would love to do something and would love to see more of those opportunities. So more kind of city services that should be enacted in the neighborhood, and I think some really big stuff too. I know with the census, a lot of the boundaries are going to be redrawn, and I would really
Yeah.
want to be an advocate, an engaged advocate, to see that that's done as equitably as possible.
Love that, love that. Hey, tell me, it's been a kind of a tough year, not kind of, it's been a tough year.
Nope, it
How
definitely
has
has.
it, yes, how has it been for you, especially with running a campaign now and trying to represent your community? How has that been for you and how has it adapted your priorities?
Absolutely. I think it has been really rewarding, honestly. It's something that I don't know. There's definitely is this little that little voice, that little worry of like, am I ready for this? But it really has been, like, from the events that I've organized to the conversations that I've had throughout the community and different platforms. Like, it has been honestly great and something that has given me a lot of positivity in this very difficult year that we're having.
Yeah.
And definitely have tried to pivot. Like, I'm trying to be, of course, very conscientious of the pandemic, and so I'm definitely someone. I work in retail, I work in a bookstore. I love engaging with people and would love to, go door to door and have those one-on-one conversations, but definitely want to be as mindful and doing that as safe as possible. So, maybe haven't been doing as much stuff like that, but I've pivoted to other things. We just completed our second wave. Every single house in the neighborhood has gotten a door tag, with my information and my thoughts and ideas and
Uh,
introducing myself. And then coming up with fun stuff that's still safe to do, but still doing, mask and socially distance. We did a
yes.
community cleanup. We did I did a family scavenger hunt where, came up with, you didn't have to like collect anything, but kind of picked out landmarks in the neighborhood. And then we had, treats and prizes. And I had a lot of support for that. And people came out. Again, we were all distanced and had our masks on. So yeah, so it really has been like very like affirming for me, ultimately. Like there definitely have been other tough things along the way, but I can't imagine 2020 like without having done this, I guess.
Yes, yes. And let's talk a little bit about local politics, because it's very, very important that,
Mhm.
constituents are voting right down the ballots,
Yep.
going to the pages, getting them all and being
Yep.
aware of who those representatives are, what the issues
Yep.
are and everything. So let's talk a little bit about the importance of voting in your local elections.
Absolutely. I mean, really, like it's all about local elections, and I want to say too that I know that it can be tough. A lot of times, like the coverage on local elections, it's not the big ticket, it's not the national campaigns or that sort of stuff, but it's so important, because at the first and foremost, these are your neighbors who are running in your communities, and they're having real world impact, whether it's about that pedestrian crosswalk in your neighborhood that is unsafe, whether it's about the traffic or bicycle infrastructure or parking or public safety, which is such a huge difficulty in the District of Columbia. So voting local is that's where the things happen, and the more and more I've gotten involved, the more you see like this has real world ramifications. It really is your neighbors, your friends, your family, your coworkers. Like that's who you're having an impact on.
Here we
And not
go.
only, yeah, and not only just like how like kind of concrete policies, but then also like the environment that you foster. Like if you're not fostering an environment that's inclusive for everyone, then that gets really tough and toxic, and it impacts everyone's day to day. So I really do encourage people. I know it can be tough, but there are organizations out there that do cover, like local organizations, and having this opportunity here is so great. And I'm so thankful for it because it can be tough on this level, but yeah, do your research if you can. I know social media can be a tough place, but there really
Yes.
is. Yeah. If
And it's there. And I will say to our viewers that here on the Team Racing YouTube channel, we have interviewed so many of
Yep.
the people running in the DC area, from ANC all the way up to the US Congress.
Yeah.
We've only gotten shy of the president and those running
Yeah.
for the presidential election. So you can always, go ahead and do your research and check out what everyone has to say, see what their policies are and everything. So thanks so much, Michael. How can people, follow you, keep up with you, support your campaign if they need to?
Absolutely. So you can check out, I got a website, treeb4anc.com, and that's basically your one-stop shop for everything. And also on Facebook at treeb4anc, same thing on Twitter, treeb4anc. And, if you're not online, if you want to give me a call, you can reach me at 202-533-6393. I would always love to chat, so feel free to reach out.
Thanks so much, Michael. And thanks so much for joining me today. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you. And to our viewers, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.